Hey friends, welcome to the channel. This is Jared. Today we're going to talk about sleep and the Withings sleep mat. Last night I had a terrible night of sleep. I felt like I was up the whole time. I was asleep, but I was mentally there. And not mentally there in just a dream and enjoying myself. I was mentally there looking around my room. The sleep was very light. Part of the reason I was hanging out all day. I was enjoying a beer festival. And, alcohol, beer, heat, all that isn't the greatest for, getting a good night's sleep, especially if you decide to keep going even afterwards. I truly do value sleep though. I've been working on hacking my sleep for probably the last 10 years. I used to battle insomnia like some other people have, and I've used a variety of different tools to track my sleep. One being an application called Sleep Cycle, which you plug in, you leave on your nightstand and it records you at night and it gives you that deep detail. Also, there's the Apple Watch. Now in the Apple Watch will track your sleep and tell you how long and tell you the duration. All of these are good steps towards better sleep. But, as a person that's getting a little bit nerdier about sleep and realizing more of the value, I wanted to go deeper. And I wanted to make sure I got some of those deeper details. So I picked up the Withings sleep tracking mat. Withings has a variety of different tools out there in their health suite. One being the body cardio. I have that scale and I've used that scale probably for the last 5 years or so. It's a good scale, gives you a lot of data, helps you understand things such as your BMI, which is kind of BS. But it also helps you understand your body fat percentage and some other in your water weight and things like that. So with that being said, I trusted the brand and decided to go for it. So what I'm going to go over now in this video are the top 3 things that I truly like about the Withings sleep tracking mat. Number 1, set it and forget it. With the sleep tracking mat, you put it under your bed. You actually put it all the way under your mattress. It's going to know. So if you lay in bed, it's just going to go to work. You don't have to turn anything on. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to keep on a watch. You can just fall and pass out in the bed and you wake up in the morning, you get all of your data. I would say that's probably one of the most valuable things. As much as I used to use that Sleep Cycle app, I would just forget. One of the things that is important about any sort of habit building is to have continuous tracking with that information. So the fact that I can get that information from Withings without having to lift a finger was perfect for me. Number 2. Deep analytics. All right, so let's jump into last night, the terrible night. The no good, bad, terrible night. I got a sleep score of 20. Restless at night, here's a breakdown. So it looks like, starting off, what you get with your Apple Watch is, your duration. So my duration was horrible, 4 hours and 41 minutes worth of sleep. My depth was bad. But this is something that, fairly is consistent with me. This is like the key area that I need to work on getting better at. Hopefully with some changes to my eating routine, I can grow there. So I'm at 9% and the app recommends that you're at about 25% when it comes to, going deep. Few interruptions. It says it took me an hour and 19 minutes to get to sleep last night. I don't even remember that, but, not that good. All right, here's one of my better nights of sleep. This night I got a 74 on the sleep score. So as you can see, duration stronger, 7 hours. We're there in the sweet spot. As they recommend, you should get somewhere between 7 to 9 hours worth of sleep. Depth was still bad. This time I'm at 13%, so not as horrible as the other night. Regularity good, some interruptions. Then you can, really check out like this whole chart, checking out your whole night. So this night I got to bed at about 11:30 and, had one big interruption where I just kind of woke up for a bit. Didn't really feel like getting out of the bed and, just dozed off a little longer and then got out at 8:12. So lots of good information. You can see that average heart rate. You can even see your breathing disturbances, snoring. I didn't know I was a snorer, but that doesn't look like that much, so it's all good. And number 3 is actually price. I mean, you will be surprised. I'm saying this. I believe I paid about $85 for it on Amazon, but the price of the sleep tracking mat, I think, is well worth it. You know, I've been trying to track my sleep properly, like I said, probably about 5 years. Actually, I think I'm lying, probably more like 10 years. And I don't have a lot of that data. The other factor is there's a YouTube video, and I'll put the link below out there, where, you know, a professional in sleep science checked out the Withings tracking Mac. And he said that, you know, some of the rates that he was getting was just as good as some of the very professional equipment that he has. So to get that sort of value at this price point, I think it's unbeatable. This is a product that I expect to have for a very long time, and I hope that it's going to continue to help me, you know, get better and better sleep.